S. Sreesanth has been found guilty in the spot fixing scandal by the BCCI. The disciplinary committee comprising Arun Jaitley, N. Srinivasan and Niranjan Shah met today to discuss the Ravi Savani report. Sreesanth, Ankeet Chavan and Chandila, they were all arrested on the 16th of May along with 11 bookies. They were charged under section 420 of the Indian Penal Code with 120B, which deals with fraud, cheating and criminal conspiracy, and they have been found guilty. Sreesanth, Ajit Chandila and Ankeet Chavan have been found guilty of spot fixing. Ravi Savani also found two other players guilty for not reporting approaches made by bookies. Sreesanth, Chandila and Chavan were found guilty on multiple accounts, including conceding a predetermined number of runs per over in exchange for money. Joining me now for more on this is Headlines Today's Siddharth Kochar. Siddharth, banned for life for spot fixing. Take us through what the committee said.
Well, we'll get the details of what the committee said in just a moment, but this is the news emerging. Obviously, this decision has been taken behind closed doors, and the interesting part of this decision is, Gaurav, that N. Srinivasan, who wasn't supposed to be part of this disciplinary committee, he came in and became part of this meeting, and that is where this decision was taken. So N. Srinivasan trying to stamp his authority in the BCCI, and maybe that could have played a role in BCCI taking such a harsh decision, because you have to remember that there's a case going on in the courts. The courts haven't indicted S. Sreesanth. He's come out and claimed that he's clean. He's made his case to the BCCI, yet the decision been taken. So obviously this could very well at the moment be a political decision by the BCCI. We'll have to wait for details to emerge. But again, Gaurav, if you take, if you approach it from a different point of view, it was always going to be the case. S. Sreesanth was always going to be facing a life ban a long time without cricket because of his role in the spot fixing scandal and because of what has happened in Indian cricket since then.
Okay, Rasesh Mandani also with me from Mumbai. Rasesh, now does this clear the pitch as far as this case is concerned? Srinivasan being a part of the decision-making body, can this be challenged in a court of law by Sreesanth, who's been now not only been found guilty but also banned for life?
Yes, as far as, Srinivasan being a part of this meeting is concerned, Gaurav, the contention in the board is that he's a member of a disciplinary committee, which is a statutory body of the BCCI and has got nothing to do with the presidential powers that Srinivasan exercises. But, as far as, Srinivasan attending this meeting is concerned, whether it can be challenged in the future court, of course it can. There is the petitioner has been filing the case against the BCCI at large, putting a point across that the affidavit has been filed in the High Court where Srinivasan has said that he would continue to step aside. And his future ambitions as far as his attending the AGM is concerned, that can be questioned. But looking at the case in itself, it was always on the cards. Life ban imposed on Sreesanth and Ankeet Chavan. It's a convenient decision for the BCCI to hold the cricketers at hand guilty, which is of course welcome. But people would continue to ask, what of the officials?
What of the officials? Stay on with me, both Rasesh and Siddharth Kochar. I'll come back to both of you in just a moment. Now, Sreesanth had been visiting a number of temples. He's very religious and he was hoping that he would get away lightly. We spoke to him just a short while before the verdict came out. Let's listen to what he said.
I will never cheat the game, and I'm sure as soon as the trial starts in the court, everything will come on the right path, and I'm sure I'll get play cricket. And I really hope, and I keep my fingers crossed that BCCI gives an opportunity for me to play again ASAP.
So he's making an important point there. The trial is underway, and it's only when the verdict comes there will the next course of action, or should the next course of action be decided. Rasesh Mandani, should that be the natural next course of action? Did the BCCI jump the gun here? Because there is a legal case that is still underway.
Well, let's not be surprised if the cricketers at hand decide to challenge this decision that the board has taken, and I think the board in itself may have raised up for it. The feeling is that they're acting according to the public sentiment. No one is going to question the situation at hand, the fact that the sports fixing scandal came out to light. No one's going to question the fact that the BCCI has gone ahead and imposed a life ban. Remember, the commissioner who was looking into the whole case did come out and say that he's looked at the evidences that were provided by the Delhi police, and he's also noted in his report what we've been able to gather is that Sreesanth pleaded not guilty. He said that the admissions that he may have made to the Delhi police were under force. But the commissioner has gone ahead with the evidences, the audio transcripts that were provided to him by the Delhi police, him being an independent body, having that authority to do so. The BCCI may be aware of the fact that this can be challenged by the cricketers, but in all effect, court cases continue to go for long. The reality of the situation is that the two-time World Cup winning captain Sreesanth's career seems to be now all but over.
Sreesanth's career is all but over. Atit Sharma is also joining me on the broadcast now. Atit, you've been tracking developments on the story very closely. After the BCCI banned Sreesanth and the other players, has there been a reaction from the players or their families?
Gaurav, Sreesanth, just before the decision was made, Sreesanth left the hotel where the meeting was being held, and he was sounding very confident. He said that I have explained my side of the entire story to the BCCI. BCCI has been very helpful, and he even said that I'm hoping that BCCI will give me a chance to represent the country again. Obviously, there was he had met the BCCI bosses, and Srinivasan was there. He especially came for this meeting from Chennai. Arun Jaitley, there were legal implications. As we all know that there's a SLP going on in the Supreme Court, but Srinivasan was still there. Arun Jaitley was there. Niranjan Shah was there. All the players came and appeared before the committee. And they did so for quite long. This meeting started at 11 o'clock and it has just ended about 10-15 minutes back. So obviously, Sreesanth was trying to hide his emotion, and he's quite good at that. But he would have known his fate. Everyone knows that this has been going on for quite some time. That Sreesanth will not be able to escape this penalty, and today we know that, and it's a reality.